Yes! Welcome, folks! We're popping in with a wonderful little June here. We're kicking off with ESO. As I get my ass caffeinated. For those of you who have ESO Plus, the 19th, you're going to be getting a nice, neat little mount giveaway there. And oh, yes! Zeal of Zenithar is coming back for all the crafters, traders, and all that stuff here to make some freaking money. But yes, we are 45 hours and counting. Less than 45 hours and counting to the release of Gold Road for PC. Meanwhile, we're going to be popping into High Isle to get this little tidbit wrapped up. How much should we get this thing? Perfect. Flamer Soul Gem. And the rewards calendar. Oh yeah. For mid-year. Major Crown XP Scroll Day 2. 5 each of Crown Lessons Day 4, 5, and 6. 500 Seals of Endeavor on Day 7. Then week 2, you get Respec Scrolls. Instant specific researches and an instant all research 10. Then you got yet a gold XP, crown XP scroll, crown repair kit, rosin, and of course crafting material, major Gold Coast XP scroll, and a bit of gold. And all these nice, neat little tidbits again. Crown Mimic Stone, major gold, and if you still make it through to the end of the month, heck, why not get some Telvar stones for your trouble?
I told everyone to stop fussing. I feel much better. Now let's talk.
Yep. Let's talk. Previously on the It's ESO May regime, this is Lady Arabelle. Lady Arabelle wanted us to get all three of the Alliance leaders together for a meet-cute to try and wrap up the so-called Three Banners War and ensure that somebody ends up, making certain that whoever's on the throne, it's not Clivia Tharn. Helping her in this was Lord Bacaro. Supposedly, of course. Only a teeny tiny little problem in all this. He's also been screwing us over. Because it turns out, Lord Bacaro, head of the Society of the Steadfast, is secretly the Ascendant Lord. And even more of an interesting twist, he's also a direct hereditary descendant of the last Druid King Kasserine. And guess who we just sent off on the way to get piece number 2 of the Druid King's Regalia? Just as Lady Arabelle here got briefly poisoned, but she got better. Let's have a chat.
I can't in good conscience start the peace talks while the Ascendant Lord, the man I knew as Lord Bacaro, is out there doing who knows what.
Agreed.
I'm afraid I need your help again, my friend. We must keep the Druid King's Regalia out of Bacaro's hands.
Well, he's already got one-third of the Triforce here with the gauntlet. Count Stefan and Druid Laurel each had the crown and the staff, respectively.
Then we must assume that Count Stefan and Druid Laurel are in danger. If Lord Bacaro truly believes he's the heir to the Ivy Throne of the Druids, he'll stop at nothing to get his way.
Also agreed.
Go to Galen and defend the remaining regalia.
What you need me to do?
Druid Ravana and I will get Zaji to sail us to Galen. While we collect the staff from the Stone Lore Circle, I want you to go to Count Stefan and protect the Druid King's crown. We'll meet you at Castle Mornard as soon as we can.
Alright, I'll make my way over to Vestir.
I'll leave Captains Colleen and Suzo to guard the Alliance leaders while we go to Galen. First we protect the regalia. Then we stop Lord Bacaro, or the Ascendant Lord, or whatever he calls himself. Now, get to Vestir and protect the crown.
Okay, first off, how's the antidote working?
Druid Ravana's elixir has done wonders. I feel stronger already. Still, I was weak from the poison for a long time. I expect my recovery will be slow but persistent. Don't worry. I'll leave the dangerous work to you and Ravana for now.
Thank you. What happens, obviously, if Lord Bacaro gets all three parts of the Triforce?
I don't really know. I'm not an...
Yeah, I'm throwing that in there, because fuck Nintendo.
According to what you and Ravana discovered, Bacaro believes he's a direct descendant of Kasserine, the last Druid King. If he gains it, he could make a claim for the title.
Somebody's definitely feeling shirty, and if the Druid circles would accept him...
I never underestimate anything when it comes to religious fervor, my dear. If nothing else, his connection to this legacy gives him a legitimate claim to power through his mother's line. And many might see the Ivy Throne as preferable to the Ruby one.
Also agreed. And our, let me go ahead and adjust accordingly. I'm assuming for our home game players that there's a reason for why we can't just start the peace talks already.
Because we don't know how far-reaching Bacaro's conspiracy is.
Mm-hmm.
Leaders are safe inside the palace with their loyal captains watching over them.
Yep. Well, that was an easy one. What else are the other ones? Capture Keep Cyrodiil, fuck that. Craft a Seeker Synthesis item set. Find the relevant crafting set allocation in Apocrypha. Kill humanoid foes. I think I could probably do that easily. And then craft 4 items with alchemy. We make our way through the prologue for the next chapter in a quick enough manner, we'll probably do IA so we can get that skill line here. There we go.
These places always remind me of where I grew up. It's comforting. I feel more at home here than anywhere.
I've got a bad habit of forgetting things as soon. Some claim.
Oh, right. Oh. Could shift around. Yeah, I think it's just ping. To Galen to the Vastir Way Shrine. Time to go after chat up Count Stefan now.
over after all the death and destruction, but something worse is coming, Veda.
I feel it too, like a dark storm on the horizon.
I'm worried, Veda. I don't think Galen's troubles.
Search the castle. If there are more rogue knights, I want them in chains.
We routed them from the library, but I'll make sure nothing was damaged or stolen.
Oh, fun.
I'm glad to see you again, friend. I just wish your arrival didn't coincide with another crisis.
Well, I think I know what this is about, but for our home game players, Count Stefan, what's going on?
A contingent of knights from the Society of the Steadfast entered the castle. Not in and of itself a concern, we are allies after all. But we weren't informed of a visit. When one of my knights saw them go into the library, she went to investigate.
What did your knight find?
She discovered them ransacking the library. They attacked her, but she was able to fend them off and summon help. My knights routed the villains, but we're unsure if anything was stolen, or if there are more of them hiding elsewhere in the castle.
It could be the Ascendant Order. They recently nicked some armor from the Society.
The Ascendant Order? The rogue knights that gave you trouble back on High Isle. What would they be seeking in my castle?
Yeah, you're probably going to want to sit down for this here, Stefan. Me and Lady Arabelle just found out Lord Bacaro is the Ascendant Lord. He's wanting the Druid King's regalia.
Those imposters must have been looking for the Druid King's crown. Come, we need to check the library at once. And later, I want to hear more about your accusations concerning Lord Bacaro.
Wait, you put the crown in the library?
I assumed it would be safe enough locked in a case in the library until I could make other arrangements. We had no reason to believe the relics were in danger. Besides, I only returned to the castle a moment before you arrived.
Where were you when the Retruders
The
arrived?
docks preparing to receive Lord Bacaro's ship and the relief supplies he'd promised. It never arrived. I suppose that was all part of the ruse based on what you just told me. The library is this way.
Yes, definitely. We should be heading to the library right now. Oh wow, they really didn't know.
Their eyes, they ransacked the place. Let's see if the case is still here.
You're too late, fool. The crown belongs to the Ascendant Order now.
Arnwat and Lisette, the truth.
No, the case is empty. But how do they know to search the library, let alone behind the shelves?
Damn!
They stole the crown right out of my own castle.
Yep.
How is this possible? You said Lord Bacaro is behind this. I think you better tell me what you know.
Lord Bacaro, as I said, is the Ascendant Lord. He believes himself the direct descendant of the last Druid King, Cassarain.
If you go back far enough, most Bretons have a druid hiding somewhere in their bloodline, but so many records have been lost. How could he be certain? Regardless, why the ruse with the peace talks and the Ascendant Order?
He wants to use his crown as wants to be crowned as the Druid King and snuff out the Alliance leaders in one fell swoop and replace the Ruby Throne with the Ivy Throne.
So Bacaro was behind it all. The attempts on the lives of the Alliance leaders, the death of the Archdruids of Raval and my father. Wait, Druid Laurel. The staff, Laurel and Free, are in danger.
Don't worry. Lady Arabelle has gone with Captain Zaji, to the Stone Lore encampment to warn Druid Laurel.
Orlaith may have believed in a new age, but Bacaro is leading us toward the Green Scourge. Cassarain's prophecy of the return of the Druid King. It predicts two possibilities. Either an era of peace and harmony, or a time of nature run amok.
What should we do?
Glimmertarn and make sure Laurel and the staff are safe. I'll gather what knights I can spare. See if Captain Siravane is willing to aid us once more. I have a feeling we'll need all the help we can get to stop Bacaro and his Ascendant Order.
Captain Siravane's still on the island?
Siravane is a mercenary, but she and her Gilded Blade proved themselves trustworthy against the Dread Sails and the Fire Song. Since then, we've been paying her to help with the relief efforts. We needed every ship we could hire.
Well, that's one thing. But will she agree to fight alongside us
I
again?
won't know until I ask. And if she refuses, you'll still have House Mornard at your side in the battle.
Alrighty then. It appears we are going to have to head to Glimmertarn.
I knew it. This was all the fault of those damn druids. Well, some druids. But
No, I'm not moved to hear that.
Lord Bacaro betrayed us. He took the druid. Rot in damnation. Lord Bacaro, he betrayed us.
Tell me everything, Laurel.
Lord Bacaro and a contingent of steadfast knights arrived with their usual crates of supplies. He took me aside, warned me that the Ascendant Order was after the Druid King's regalia. He wanted to make sure the staff was still safe.
What did you do then?
Lied it all. But I did just what you'd expect. He's our ally, or I thought he was. I showed him that the staff was safe, and he grabbed it. Ordered his knights to hold us back. He has all three of the regalia, friend. All three.
Then what happened, Laurel?
We tried to resist, but we were no match for his knights. Then Bacaro displayed the regalia, proclaimed himself the Druid King, and commanded Free to follow him. And they did. That's when Lady Arabelle arrived. Wait, Stefan, is he all right?
Count Stefan's fine. Where's Lady Arabelle now?
As soon as I explained what happened, Lady Arabelle and her companions went after Bacaro. I told them we saw him leading Free toward Ifre's path. I stayed behind to tend to the wounded. But this smacks of the Green Scourge. I'll go with you.
Any idea why Lord Bacaro would take Free back to Ifre's path?
How should I know how that blighter thinks? Lady Arabelle told me that he's the Ascendant Lord, which now makes sense. As soon as he revealed his treachery, his knights threw off their cloaks and revealed themselves to be the Ascendant Order.
You said he claimed to be the new Druid King. What happens now?
I'm not sure. Other than Orlaith, no one else has ever attempted to claim the title. At least not to my knowledge. Is it enough to just possess the regalia? Is that why he needs Free? To legitimize his claim? I'm not sure. Still, this is bad.
Bad how?
In every way. Everything I know tells me the Druid King can command nature. Wield it like a tool or a weapon. If the title is taken by force, the prophecy tells us it begins an age of destruction. The Green Scourge.
Tell me more.
It's from the dream of Kasserine. The prophecy of the Druid King. One choice, one will, one binding word, shall bless or scourge all lands. Since those lines were carved into the Telling Stone, they've become the basis for our two possible futures.
And those two are?
The blessing of the Green Reward, or the curse of the Green Scourge. One ushers in an age of harmony with nature. The other predicts a world under siege by an angry and vengeful wilderness. Two possibilities. One Druid King.
And what determines which?
The Druids have argued about that for generations. From what you found at Ivyheim, it's clear Kasserine believed the reward would come when the circles reunited. and selected a new king, while a usurper would summon the Scourge. A tyrant like Bakaro.
We lost Bakaro in Ifre's path. Lady Arabelle is still out there.
Thank you, Nairon. The Druidkin and I will take it from here.
I hear you resolved the standoff at Alcaire Castle. I am glad I love the ship.
Over there. That's one of Lady Arabelle's companions.
Zaji?
Oh, thank the moons! The others followed Lord Bakaro. Go and help them. Lady Arabelle is very brave, barely recovered from nearly dying, and already chasing villains into a desolate and scary valley. Hurry, Five Claw. You must go help her.
Why are you out here alone, Zaji?
Zaji decided to wait out here for you, Five Claw. Yes, Zaji waited to direct you. It is...
Alright, well, let's go here.
They went this way. Look, that's the
Good
giant
to
cat that
smell you,
accompanied
Five
Lady
Claw.
Arabelle.
Ravana thinks Bakaro came here for a purpose. He's not far ahead.
Ifre's path is an Eldertide site. Ifre's path is an Eldertide.
Casca.
Told me to wait here. She wanted to make sure that Druid Laurel or whoever came after us knew where to go. She doesn't know what the Ascendant Lord is up to exactly, but she's sure he came to this place for a reason.
Where are Lady Arabelle and Druid Ravana now?
They headed west and followed Bakaro into Ifre's path. Bakaro left some knights behind to slow us down, but I took care of them. Did you happen to see Zaji on your way here?
Yeah, he's in Glimmertarn.
Now that you're here, I'll head back too.
Alright.
Everyone's on the western wall of the hollow. That's got to be where everyone headed.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk. Magister Erin never let me watch him do this. It's so interesting.
There's a druid ahead.
Over here, my friend. Lady Arabelle followed them through that door. Lady Arabelle said you'd find us. Told me to wait here and point the way. She followed Bakaro,
Yay!
Ascendant Lord, through that door over there. Go help her. I'm still not sure she's fully recovered from the effects of the poison.
She probably not. Zaji and Casca said you might know why Bakaro's come here.
Just speculation, really. Ifre's path is a sacred place, and such locations contain power if you know how to draw upon it. Bakaro is going to need all the power he can get if he wants to press his claim as the Druid King.
What do you mean?
The Stonelore Circle, at least, will never accept his claim. Not unless forced to. Not to mention the Three Alliances. Bakaro is going to need more than the regalia and his small army of knights to accomplish his ultimate goal. To rule all of Tamriel.
How's Lady Arabelle doing?
She's definitely on the mend, but she should be resting. Running after the so-called Ascendant Lord can be hazardous to her condition in a number of ways.
Yep. That's one way of doing it, at least.
Recently torn away. This door must have been hidden for ages.
To the Ephraim's Path ruins.
That's Lady Arabelle. What's she doing?
Careful, dears, and watch where you step.
Thanks, Lady Arabelle.
Now don't be alarmed, dear, but I happen to have stepped where I shouldn't have. I suppose I owe Druid Ravana an apology. The lingering effects of the poison do seem to have made me somewhat discombobulated.
Let me guess, she stepped on a booby trap? Give an explanation, though, for the home audience.
A pressure plate, I think. Some sort of put here who knows when, and by who knows who. That can wait, though. I followed Lord Baccaro in here. He met with a group of druids. Fire Song, I think. He promised them vengeance against the Stone Lord.
What about Free? Were they with him?
The nature spirit? Yes, they were here. I couldn't quite tell if they were a prisoner or not. Baccaro did say he needed them to talk to Ephraim's Path, whatever that means. You need to go after them, my dear.
And we need to get you off that pressure plate.
Oh, I agree. But that's not going to be done quickly. And as long as I remain in place, we are all perfectly safe.
Don't move, lady.
Fine.
Let me see what I can do.
Not a muscle, dear lady. Go, my friend. Find Baccaro and Free.
Someone approaches. Don't let them reach the ritual site.
To get the blood pumping, right?
Yippity yip. Down the stairs.
We shall start by punishing the Stone Lord. Servants of Ephraim, come forth. Obey your king. Destroy the Stone Lord Circle and their allies.
Interesting. An old druid.
Fuck you.
I want to examine these carvings.
Clumsiness. If not for the fact that we were delayed by that trap, we could have been here to help you with that creature.
And you're good.
Maybe Lord Baccaro wouldn't have been able to slip away.
Well, he had summoned that spirit to destroy the Silmore druids and deal with us.
I assume this was at least in part a test of sorts, to see if he could actually call forth the spirit and command it. Plus, he wanted to prove to his followers that he is worthy of the Druid King's regalia.
Where do you think he went?
Somewhere he can further strengthen and consolidate his power.
These carvings tell an interesting story. Take a look, my friend. This carving shows the Druid King binding a spirit into Mount Firesong.
That may be free.
This carving depicts the spirit slumbering within the volcano. See the Druid King's regalia?
Mm-hmm.
This carving indicates a possible future. See how the spirit awakens and the volcano erupts? It's a warning.
I always say, when someone gives you a warning, it's best to take heed.
Druid Laurel.
Ancient druids called upon the spirits of the green at their own peril.
Hmm.
The Druid King was ever able to do so safely. It's why we abandoned the practice long ago. This is where they did it. At least where some of them did it.
Why do you think the stone carvings are meant to tell us?
Like so much of the ancient knowledge that remains, these carvings are open to interpretation. You can see the spirits of the green, forces of nature in the bosom of Ifray. Then we see a spirit slumbering beneath Mount Firesong.
The way Free slumbered prior to Firesong awakening them.
Very much so. And the spirit must be extremely powerful due to how sacred Mount Firesong is. I think that's what the final carving tells us. Let the sleeping spirit lie. For generations, that's been one of the Firesong's primary purposes.
What do you think all this means?
I think Bacaro plans to call forth the spirit of Mount Firesong with the Druid King's regalia.
If we're going to stop
here.
Bacaro, we're going to need help. Go to Castle Mornard and rally Count Stefan's knights. I'll make sure the rest of us are ready.
Alright, let's boogity boogity boogity, folks. Yeah, this is what I call I am a lazy son of a bitch. Also, why have I been doing it? Like, that little XP. I've got shit to get through, apparently. There we go. Here we go.
I thought our troubles were over after all the death and destruction, but something worse is coming, Feda.
I feel it too, like a dark storm on the horizon.
I'm worried, Feda.
Stop being a whiny bitch.
I hope you'll reconsider. This threat endangers us all.
The Gilded Blades aren't mercenaries to call on to clean up your mess, Count Stefan.
My knights are ready, but Captain Siravain isn't convinced she wants to join us in this particular fight. But never mind that. Is Druid Laurel all right? Is the Sacred Staff safe?
Laurel's alright. Unfortunately, Lord Baccaro's got all 3 regalia and free. We think they're on the way to Ifalon.
Damn it all to oblivion. At least Laurel is all right. I've assembled what knights I can spare, but we could really use Siravain and the Gilded Blades.
I'll throw my bit of diplomacy there.
That particular wall for hours now.
Don't worry, I'll be Dr. Delicate Touch. Those of you sensitive to sound may wish to actually cover your ears at this point. Get your mind right!
I can never get enough of the food you landbound eat. It's so delicious. The Lordling sent you over to convince me to help, didn't he? My answer is the same. Why should I care about your political drama?
Because Lord Bacaro just declared himself the new Druid King.
And that concerns me how, exactly? If Druids want a king or not, that's their business, not mine. Sea Lord Nalos was my problem, and I took care of it. What happens on Galen next doesn't matter to me.
We helped you with that, and you kinda owe us.
Just because our purposes aligned once doesn't mean we'll sail side by side forever, mercenary. We both wanted Nalos dead, and now he is. That was a win for both of us. I'd need a more compelling reason to risk my crew again.
How about if Lord Bacaro and his allies take control, you're gonna have absolutely zero safe harbor in the islands.
That is certainly something I hadn't considered. I do like the safe haven that the Lordling has provided us with. And what was that about allies? Bacaro is working with the Fire Song? All right, you convinced me. My ship is yours, for now.
I knew you'd come around, Siravain. Let's meet at the Vastir docks.
That worked at least. Yeah, I've been watching way too much Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for my own good. To the docks!
The first rounds of the Tales of Tribute tournament is about to begin.
It's good to see you, dear. And is that Count Stefan? Glad House Mornard could join us, Your Excellency. Captain Zodji's ship is ready to sail. Next stop, Ifalon.
Now we can chat people up.
Druid Laurel said something about fighting an angry volcano spirit. She was joking, yes?
No.
Please, Walker, tell Zaji that we will not be sailing the Pounce too close to the volcano. This one...
Uh-huh.
I don't know a lot about druids and spirits, but I do know how to fight.
Yep, Count Stefan.
House Mornard and its knights are with you.
Captain
That
Siravain.
puny cat on a sorry excuse for a fishing scow.
Ah! Somebody's wanting to be bitchy.
I'm worried about Free, and what Lord Bacaro may be doing to them.
My particular skills lean more toward healing than battle, but I'll do whatever I can to help you stop Lord Baccaro.
Well, here we are, right in the middle of a storm that might be too outrageous for even investigation.
Or even out this Gator Vale to tackle.
An undead werewolf took over Camelot. An undead werewolf? How does that even work?
Trust me. It's a whole convoluted mess, but basically, when a werewolf and a necromancer love themselves so much, they go to a place called a fertility clinic. But yes, as far as things go, with a werewolf and a druid, that's how it works.
Come, dear. Laurel, Ravana, and I talked during the voyage.
Mm-hmm.
Baccaro truly means to awaken the spirit of the volcano. He's going to need to do it from inside Mount Firesong. And since he knows we're coming, he'll throw everything he has in our way.
So what do you propose?
Sleight of hand, my dear. Count Stefan and Captain Siravain landed farther up the beach. While our allies draw attention at the main entrance, you and I will follow in their wake and find another way into the mountain.
You know of another entrance we can use?
Laura wasn't sure, but she thinks she remembers a cave to the right of the main entrance.
Alright, that actually helps.
Lead on, dear.
This is a nice beach, yes?
This time we're going to put an end to the Ascendant Order and...
This is a nice beach, yes?
The Ascendant Order's forces pulled back to the main entrance into the mountain. Siravain and her pirates went after them.
These Ascendant Order barnacles are cowards. They flee at the first sign of a worthy opponent.
The cave Laurel suggested. It must be behind those vines.
There we go.
This tunnel cuts deep into the mountain. Hopefully it will lead us to Lord Vaccaro. Firesong Druids, proceed with caution, dear.
The Druid King calls forth the spirit of the volcano. Soon our enemies will perish in lava and flame.
Vaccaro is stolid. We have to hurry. Look over there. That's Druid Laurel's nature spirit. We have to help him.
You have to help them.
Thank you, Laurel friend, but the volcano spirit has awakened.
Let me go.
Keep them back while I sing.
The lava is rising. We don't have much time.
Now, friends, step into the wind vortex. Vaccaro wields the regalia. He commands the spirit to awaken, and now the volcano is too.
Lord Vaccaro truly is insane. Stay with Ree, my friend. I need to warn the others.
He is farther up the mountain. I will help in any way I can.
Alrighty then.
Around Firesong erupts, many lives will be lost. Lava will consume the archipelago.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient past, present, ancient promises ignored. The lost king must pay.
Not by you, not by the nature spirit. Look how the very mountain obeys me.
Oh dear.
The volcano, send your avatars to destroy my enemies.
Defend yourself, little friend.
No, we don't.
Stupid war and something better than the Ruby Throne.
And
It's too powerful. Once unleashed, it cannot be controlled.
Spirit of Mount Fire Song. Give me the power to destroy my enemies. The Ascendant Lord, the Druid King. Soon, the alliances will be nothing but cinders and
He joined with the spirit. Now the volcano will follow its nature. It will explode. Over here, I will summon another wind vortex. Step into the wind before the lava consumes us. The wind vortex will take us. The spirit has been restrained for too many seasons. It wants to unleash the full power of the volcano.
That was fun.
through here.
when the lava flows, the Alliance leaders will die. No more Alliance. No more Ruby Throne. The era of the Ivy Throne begins now.
I need energy to help. Destroy the shards and I will dismantle it.
Let's see.
I need energy. The wind vortex is ready.
Die, bitch! You!
Worthy of the regalia, false king.
Because I owe him. He dragged me halfway across the fucking archipelago for all that.
The volcano has no spirit to calm it now.
Freaking hell.
The false king is gone, but so is the spirit of the mountain. Without a spirit to calm it, Mount Firesong's rage will continue unchecked.
Is there any way to stop it, Free?
Perhaps, if the balance is restored, a new spirit must fill the void in Mount Firesong's heart. I will be that spirit.
What does that mean?
It means I will calm the volcano before it destroys the archipelago. Attempt to contain most of the damage to Ipholon.
What do you need me to do?
To form a circle around me. Then
Okay.
command me to bind myself to the mountain. You are not the Druid King, but with the regalia and my willingness, the binding should hold. Then I will do what I can to quiet the volcano.
And what'll happen to you after that?
I will remain, but I will be different. As the seed becomes a tree, I shall become the spirit of the mountain.
Alright.
Friend, place the gauntlet and crown to form a ritual circle. Now free is the spirit of Mount Firesong. Now the volcano will be still. Goodbye, friend. And
Where did you come from, Five Claw? You made Sachi's heart skip a bit, yes?
The volcano erupted, but except for the top of the mountain, Ipholon is intact. I very much want to hear what happened, dear. I got everyone back to the ship before the volcano fully erupted. But even so, I'm surprised we're all still alive. Care to enlighten us about what happened inside Mount Firesong, dear?
Okay, good news. We were able to defeat Lord Bacaro. Unfortunately, we couldn't defeat Lord Bacaro until after he sucked all the power of the mountain spirit out. Unfortunately, that means when we killed Lord Bacaro, the mountain almost ran amok. Unfortunately, we had to use the Druid King Regalia plus Free to turn Free into the new mountain spirit and have them contain the eruption.
Free was able to contain all that power. They saved the archipelago, the Alliance leaders, all of us. But where's Free now? Why didn't they return with you? You said they took the place of the spirit. What does that mean?
Not sure, but I don't think Free's gonna be coming back. They're tied to Mount Firesong now.
Oh, poor Free. Their sacrifice saved us all. I'll remember them fondly for that. And you're sure Lord Bacaro is defeated? Without their leader, his ascendant order should fade away. But what happened to the Druid King's regalia, dear?
Well, Free used the regalia to bind themselves to the mountain. Beyond that, I don't really know, aside after they wrapped me up and dumped me over here. Even money it's destroyed by the volcano or sold off to fund a giant Ponzi scheme. Either way, I don't think we have to worry about it for a while yet.
It's just as well. As long as the Druids remain divided, they aren't ready for a new king. And I'm not sure how Emmerich and the others would react to another royal in their midst.
Alright. Let's chat up, people. Start with Druid Laurel.
I'm glad you were with Free inside the mountain, my friend. I'll never forget what they did to save us all.
Are they gone for good?
Free isn't gone, friend. They've just become something more.
Will we ever see Free again?
Just look toward Mount Firesong.
Too optimistic.
Sorry we couldn't figure another way to get out of this. Free shouldn't have had to sacrifice themselves to save the rest of us.
Good.
I'm just glad you stopped Bacaro. Now maybe we can finally start to rebuild Galen.
Just remember it was Free's choice.
All this death and destruction because Bacaro wanted to dig up some ancient Breton legacy.
You don't believe in that.
Silly, of course I do.
Mm-hmm.
That legacy isn't crowns and gauntlets.
And then Ceravan.
That's a whale of a story, mercenary. But I think I prefer having you with me than against me. So, at least for now, you have the respect of the Gilded Blades and their captain.
What happened to the Gilded Blades in your ship? Seems you're on the Perfect Pounce too for a reason.
The Gilded Blades handled themselves well, as always. And when Lady Arabelle sounded the warning, we headed to the nearest ship and set sail. For me, that happened to be this one. And your spirit friend decided to stay behind? Is that true?
She chose to stay behind and contain the violence.
That's intense. Can't say I'd have done the same, but I can respect someone.
Sachi could get used to this hero business. If only it paid better.
Now that we're back here,
The first rounds of the Tales of Tribute tournament is about to begin.
let's turn this back in at Castle Monard. And then we'll hopefully get to peace. Hopefully.
I thought our troubles were over after all the death and destruction. Something worse is coming, Veda.
I feel it too, like a dark storm on the horizon.
Over here, my dear. Count Stefan and I have something for you.
Really?
You're really making a habit out of saving the archipelago, and of aiding me. Thanks to you, we revealed Lord Baccaro as a traitor, saved the island from the erupting volcano, and ended the threat of the false Druid King.
What about the Ascended Order?
Without a leader, they'll quickly fade away. We do, but the work isn't finished yet. I could use a hand if you're still so inclined.
What you need me to do, Lady Arabelle?
While I return to High Isle and make final preparations for the peace talks to commence, I'd like you to help Druid Laurel with one more thing. When you're finished, meet me at Mandrake Manor.
What kind of help do you need? She need, at least.
I'll let her give you the details. I will say this, though. You've certainly made an impression on the Stone Lord Druids, dear.
Alright.
Druid Laurel will tell you what she needs. Just don't dawdle. Finish things here, then meet me on High Isle. We've had the Alliance leaders waiting quite long enough, and I have to make some arrangements with the Society of the Steadfast.
Wait, the Society? You really still want to work with the public face of the Order?
Despite Lord Baccaro's betrayal, the family has done good work here in the Sisters and back in Tamriel. I'd hate to lose that, but you're quite correct. I need to determine if the Society is trustworthy.
And how are we going to do that?
I'll start by meeting with Captain Marguerite. The Society attracted many good people who have done a lot of good work. I won't see that die with Baccaro.
Good. That is a smart move.
Archipelago owe you a debt, my friend. You have my thanks.
The Druids will never forget what you and Free did to save us.
Druid Laurel.
Lady Arabelle said she could spare you, and I appreciate the help. Before Free was taken by Lord Baccaro, they gave me something. Told me what to do with it if they didn't return. I thought Free was just being cautious, but I think they knew.
What do you think Free knew?
That they weren't coming back. Free gave me a pouch of soil. They said it was special. That they prepared it as part of their purpose. You remember how Free would go on and on about that. Anyway, they asked me to do something after they were gone.
What did they ask you to do?
They asked me to go to the Overlook north of Glimmertarn, to sprinkle the soil from the pouch there. I made a promise, and I'd like you to fulfill it with me. Here,
Alright.
take the pouch of soil. There's a beautiful tree by the Overlook.
Anything special?
I spent a long time preparing it.
Anything I should know?
Sitting under it.
Alright,
Sachi
Zachi.
is proud to have played a part in defeating the Ascendant Lord and saving the Sisters. Oh.
Casca?
All right. Get ready. I don't do this very often, so pay attention. You did good, Five Claw. I am proud to have fought by your side, and I'm even prouder to call you my friend. That's it, enough. If I get any more sentimental, I may start crying.
Yeah. Nobody wants a weepy kitty. I mean, then I'd have to be obliged to essentially put on that song. We all know the song. The one the ASPCA plays every holiday season. Head to Glimmertarn.
That's the tree. Free was quite fond of it. Go ahead and sprinkle the soil around its base.
Alright.
I thought for sure something would happen, but this is wonderful. Friend, let me tell you what Free has done. Did you see what happened, friend? What Free asked us to do with that pouch of soil? It's a miracle.
Yeah, I think I need a bit more of an explanation here.
Of course. After everything you've done for us, I still forget sometimes that you're not a druid. Free had a special connection to the sacred seeds. They used their power as a nature spirit, as the sower, to put some of that magic into the soil.
So that means
the sacred seeds aren't gone. That the Druid King's regalia will return. Someday. Until that time, we'll need to protect this tree. Nurture it. I'll make sure that all the circles know. We'll find a way to do it together.
do you think all the druid circles can be trusted now?
Trust has to start somewhere. But we still need to gather the elders and form a new Drafa. After that, I'll broach the subject. In the meantime, I'll commune with the tree.
Anything else I can do?
My friend. Thanks again for helping me honor Free's request.
Anything else we can do?
Without their sacrifice, none of us would have survived the volcano's eruption.
You don't think Free will talk?
They'll commune with me if they're able.
Yes! Are we going to race?
That was why I did that. So I could just fling myself off the side of the building. Death Warp! We'll go ahead and run that. And then we'll head to Mandrake Man and back to Mandy Man and see what's gonna go on here. Confluence Square, then to Mandy Man.
Let's go fast.
We'll get this orientation quest knocked off.
Oh, you misunderstand. I'm not the hirer. Curiosity. Wayload. Sometimes we've been having issues with easy as... Remember, Wayload. I did indeed. Well, if it concerns high, that's not really in my...
There we go.
I assure you, Lady Arabelle, I'm more committed than ever to the Society of the Steadfast's mission of peace.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Captain. Ah, good, you're back.
I'm as surprised and appalled by the revelations as you and Lady Arabelle. I believed in Lord Baccaro, trusted him. He betrayed us all.
Good. Smart words.
Captain Marguerite and I were just having the most
Mm-hmm.
discussion, dear. Other than some misdirection at the end, Lord Baccaro never allowed his clandestine activities with the Ascendant Order to spill over into the Society of the Steadfast.
Ah, good. So you're confident of that?
Yes, dear, I am. Captain Marguerite's reputation is impeccable, and I've begun to study their ledgers. Nothing is amiss. I'll get someone I trust to perform a thorough investigation, but the Society has done too much good to shut it down now.
And are we ready to start shit up with peace talks?
Just about. Preparations are underway at Old Flags Islet, but I have a task for you. I'd like you to invite Count Stefan. I think Zaji and Casca should get Count Stefan. We've been trying. I won't keep that.
Yep. Let's go. Time to gather up everybody here.
Bury me in the crypt.
Doop. Now, let's see. Now that we're here, we'll go ahead and pop over to, I believe, Vestier.
Was all this bloodshed really the result of a druidic prophecy, Galfin?
I'm afraid so, Frida. Sometimes religious conviction can drive even the best of us to do
Talk to Count
Was
Stefan.
as good as her word. Get those supplies distributed at once.
Right away, Count Stefan.
Friend, welcome back to Castle Mornard.
Thank you. Let's chat up.
Lady Arabelle told me to trust
Mm-hmm.
Reed, and so far so good. The Society of the Steadfast restarted their relief efforts, and things have been moving smoothly ever since. But what brings you back to Galen, friend?
Lady Arabelle wants you to represent Galen at the peace talks.
Does she now? And what role would a minor count play in discussions concerning the greater fate of all of Tamriel?
Bring some household knights too.
After all this trouble, such a request isn't all that surprising. Very well. Tell Lady Arabelle Count Stefan shall attend the peace talks with a contingent of his finest knights at his side. Will that do?
Perfectly, we'll see you there.
Never accomplished anything with the constant parade of supplicants and requests I'll never understand. Or Archdruid Revolve, for that matter.
Is it really that bad?
Stressful, yes, but rewarding.
Yeah. I just realized I don't really care too much. Kinda sucks being an American in that regard. Not much of a care for things like nobility.
Rogue knights, druid prophecies,
Taking that aroma, folks.
Green Dist.
We have to find a way for the circles to work together.
The Elder Tide are willing, but we have yet to choose new leaders, and we still distrust the Fire Song.
The Fire Song are aware of our mistakes. We don't expect forgiveness, but we want a chance to make amends. I promise our next leader will have less aggressive aspirations.
Right.
Trying to get the druid circles to agree on anything is like trying to herd fawns. But you're not here to deal with my problems. Not this time. What can I do for you, my friend?
Well, Lady Arabelle wants you representing Galen's druids at the peace talks.
Really? After you just saw my negotiating skills in action?
Yep.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
You're serious?
Yep.
Well, why not?
Good, we'll see you there.
The
Mm-hmm.
the druid circles aren't going too badly. I just lose patience sometimes. I want everything to happen right now. But flowers blossom when they're ready. Am I right?
And how are you and Count Stefan getting along?
What? Did Stefan say something? What are you asking?
Druid Niven?
I know the fighters have not earned a place at the talks, but I will come if you...
Might as well.
Talk about something?
In a moment.
I would like to observe this gathering of leaders for the Elder Tide.
Might as well. The more the merrier.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
The first rounds of the Tales of Tribute tournament is about to begin.
We'll pop over to West Bay. Zachir!
Make sure the Pounce is ready to sail the moment Queen Irene calls for us.
Bounce is ready. I could use some quiet time for a change.
Maybe you spoke too soon, Casca. Always a pleasure, Five Claw, but you also tend to bring trouble to Zaji. And more work. So what is it this time? A Periite cult? Vampire armies from deep underground, what?
Periite Cult, I've already got somebody on, but Lady Arabelle would like you and Casca to attend the peace talks as observers and guards.
Zaji and Casca are invited? Well,
We'll see you there.
there is always a chance, Five Claw.
And now that just leaves us with Druid Ravana, which we will pop in over here. There we are. Ravana's heading back home here.
What a pleasant surprise. What brings you back here so soon, friend? Not another danger to the archipelago, I hope.
Not unless you count politics being a danger. Lady Arabelle wants you to represent the Stone Lord Druids at the peace talks on Isle Flags Islet.
I'm neither an elder nor an archdruid. Shouldn't Lady Arabelle invite one of them? Most of the surviving senior members of the Circle are deep in discussions about the Dreyfa. Very well.
Good, I'll see you over there.
Arabelle thought to include the druids of the archipelago in the peace talks.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen events on the mainland reach even to our distant shores. Still, I wish we had archdruids or elders available for the task.
You interested?
Perhaps one day, but...
Yeah. Let's go to All Flags Islet. Pop over to All Flags. And now we talk to Lady Arabelle.
Oh, bother. Milady's gotten herself into terrible trouble.
Wow, that's a lot of crap.
Zaji and Casca have arrived! The party may now begin!
Five Claw! Isn't this exciting?
I'm not sure why the Lordling invited me to this, and I'm not sure why I decided to come. I suppose it's interesting to see how the various alliances negotiate.
Do laugh.
Hello, mate.
You know, this is my first visit to this islet.
Mm-hmm. Drop into the castle. And now we can actually pop in and enjoy ourselves a bit, I think.
Over here, dear. Time to get this conference started.
Let's chat up.
I see everyone has arrived. Well done, dear. And I did my part as well.
Any trouble getting the Alliance theirs?
I just applied my natural charisma and threatened them with bodily harm.
That's how I usually do it.
Word with you, though, if you're willing to indulge them.
Of course I'd be willing to. Below, below, and below. So, we're going to go ahead and drop in. Badoop, boop, psh. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start up. Slightly backwards, I do believe. With Auntie M.
Lord Bacaro a villain. Rogue knights collaborating with druids. And what was that about sea elves? This visit to the archipelago has been one surprise after another. I've ignored
Saved it.
the druids of the archipelago for too long.
There we go.
Bacaro a villain. Rogue knights collaborating with druids. And what was that about sea elves? This visit to the archipelago has been one surprise after another. I owe you a lot, friend. You saved my life, and you saved my...
Saved your realm.
I've ignored the druids of the archipelago for too long. The few I've met over the years seem, well, quaint, eccentric. I thought their insistence on clinging to the ancient ways was harmless. But I forgot about the dark roots of their tradition.
Dark roots, you say?
The weirds of High Rock distanced themselves from politics, but the druids of old were a different breed. They used fearsome magic to rule over the early Bretons, either directly or from behind the scenes.
Plan to go and...
Jealously guarded their power.
You planning on going forward with these peace talks?
Why in oblivion not? I've been here this long. What's another few days? If the Breton legacy has a dark side, it also shows courage and commitment. If Irene and Ernskar are willing to talk, so am I. But I wonder if Lord Bacaro had the right idea.
You think Lord Bacaro may have been right?
Oh, not about the whole Ascendant Lord and murder thing, but about finding someone other than one of us to sit on the throne. I can't imagine Irene or Yoren agreeing to bow down to me willingly, and I feel the same way. We'll just have to see.
There we go. And, Irene!
I like to think I'm not easily fooled. But not in 1,000 years would I have guessed that Lord Bacaro was the secret leader of the Ascendant Order. No one argued more eloquently for a lasting peace than he did.
Will the peace talks still take place as far as you're concerned?
The revelation that these talks were merely part of the Ascendant Lord's plan to seize power makes it difficult. But as far as we can tell, the Society of the Steadfast Intentions are pure. And I think Lord Bacaro might have outsmarted himself.
How so?
Bacaro wanted to prove his worth. Show us that by blood and circumstance, he was the best suited to take power. Instead, through his actions as the Ascendant Lord, Emmerich, Ernskar, and I learned that we could actually work together.
So peace is still possible, you think?
I think so, yes. I've come to believe that Emmerich and Ernskar want peace as badly as I do, and I'm willing to see where these discussions lead.
Ernie!
There you are. And the hero of the day again. I knew we weren't done with the Ascendant Order after the assault on All Flags Islet. But I never imagined it was Lord Bacaro who betrayed us.
So, does this mean you're heading back to Windhelm now?
That's what my father would expect. But I don't feel that I'm quite done here yet. Nothing in my instructions covers what's happened so far. And Lord Bacaro's treachery calls into question the very sanctity of these peace talks.
So you're thinking that the peace talks are a failure?
I wouldn't say that. I came here to do a job, and I think it can still be done. I plan to send word to the Skull King. Tell him I'm staying. At least as long as Emmerich and Irene agree. Lord Bacaro may have deceived us, but peace is still possible.
Will Yoren agree with the decision?
He won't be happy about the way Lord Bacaro manipulated him. But when I explain what happened here, and what you did, friend, he'll support my decision.
Your attention, please. Lady Arabelle requests that everyone join her in the reception hall.
Yep, let's pop in.
Friend, may we speak?
Shut up, Count Stefan.
Get a moment to ourselves. I did want to speak
Mm-hmm.
before Lady Arabelle gets on with the important business.
What do you want to talk about?
I wanted... Damn, this went better in my head. I've never been as good at speaking my mind as my father was, or Archdruid Reval. Now, he was an orator. Sorry, I'm babbling. Let me start over. Thank you for everything.
You're good, Count Stefan.
Start with that sort of nonsense. Of course I need to thank you.
Thank you.
I've taken up enough of your time. I know how eager Lady Arabelle is to get the peace talks underway.
Quite right. Lady Arabelle.
I mentioned how much I detest public speaking. Go
Oh,
through
yeah.
all my training as a spy and agent of the king.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to hear all the important bits of dialogue, not recite them. Ah, well, before all that, I want to share something with you.
Oh, you don't need to do that.
Yes, I do. As we conclude this business with Lord Bacaro and the Ascended Order, I want you to know how much your help has meant to me. Take this as payments for services above and beyond the call of duty. We stand here today because of Lord Bacaro, what he brought together through the Society of the Steadfast, and what he tried to bring about as the Ascendant Lord. Instead of dividing us, instead of defeating and conquering us, he showed us what's possible when we work side by side. And through the courage and sacrifice of many of the people gathered here, as well as the nature spirit free, we persevered and won the day. Now to our royal guests, I say, let's recognize our friend, and then start the talks.
Our friend has performed above the call of duty. I name them Champion of the Covenant.
Not so fast, Emmerich. I name them Champion of the Dominion.
Then I name them Champion of the Pact.
Your Majesties, please. All of that would never fit on the medal. Let's just agree on Champion of the Alliances, shall we?
Oh, very well.
I can live with that.
If you insist.
Alrighty then. With all that, that is High Isle and Galen dealt with. And so, time to head over and get started on the next chapter here, so to speak, with the prologue quest. Alrighty then. There we go. You can actually pop over to our usual stuff here.
My circle lost its way under Archdruid Orlaith. Some of us knew it, but we had gone too far. All we could do was fight on and hope that Orlaith's victory would be worth the price. I regret the things we did and promise to make up for it.
Once you realize, why did you keep following?
Prophecy and faith are powerful things, outsider. It's true that a small number of Firesong cling to Orlaith's lies, but the rest...
Druid Nerea.
Count Stefan have given the Elder Tide much to consider. We always guarded these islands against outsiders. Pirates, yes, but also nobles, settlers, and townsfolk. Now I see we may find friends where once we saw enemies.
Druid Laurel.
So much death and destruction because a man spoke a few words in the ancient past. I think I may have learned as much as I care to about the Druid King.
It's gonna stop?
Completely. There are still mysteries to solve, secrets to learn.
Do you think we'll ever see them again?
They just found a new purpose.
What's next for the
Druids are talking. They'll call a Drafa soon.
And Count Stefan?
Some great losses. We all did. But he's strong. He'll make a good leader for Galen. And the Druids are already responding to his overtures. Oh, you mean... that's rather personal. Even for us. But Stefan and I... we'll see.
Dulef.
Well, that's done.
Captain Marguerite.
Society of the Steadfast will continue to provide help wherever it is needed. Whether...
Duchess Alea.
Most of my rivals, adventurer. Even if they were once considered allies. Lady Arabelle was right to involve you in the affairs of the archipelago. Things may have taken a bad turn without your intervention.
Jacquard.
Good looking. Did you miss me?
I thought you left. What are you doing here?
Go back to the mainland, but a new opportunity went sideways and it seemed prudent to disappear again. You know how it is. And I never miss a party.
You gonna stick around after?
I would like to see how the peace talks turn out. And Lady Arabelle implied she might have more work for me.
Zaji?
Zaji worries about the leaders. Do you know Zaji once saw Queen Irene decapitate someone with a spoon?
Casca?
I wonder if they'd really do it.
Ready to begin, your majesties?
I suddenly feel extremely humble.
Well, gentlemen, shall we?
I suppose we shall.
For such a warlike people, you do seem obsessed with the notion of peace, mercenary.
Possible peace may be.
Oh, pity.
This is the part of the story I hate the most.
What's next for Lady Arabelle?
Society of the Steadfast doesn't end until the peace talks conclude. And
Yep. That sucks. Guild Magister Valencia? Druid Rivana?
The discussions to resolve seasons of conflict begin.
Well, let's pop out of here. And with that, we've now essentially wrapped up there. Well, I suppose our next step here is unfortunately going to be heading to Mournhold. So, it gets so boring after a while, in my opinion. But I digress. Etc. Island Abydos. We've got way too much stuff to deal with, but nothing really too major, I don't think. But that's neither here nor there. We'll go ahead, pop over to Mournhold in its way shrine.
I wish I was off adventuring.
There we go. And let's see. Frigate.
I know you want to help the Nord cultural exchange.
Res House. Flaming Nits. We have one guy standing in the middle of hot coals. I could have sworn sworn there was at least a quest here. Did Laramil change up her location? Let's see if we can pop to Sadrith Mora.
Dear Tywin, how I long to see you smile.
Perfect. Letter from Laramil the Wise. Floating book. Well, this does look suspicious, but might as well. Bounces without rhythm. Fate has selected you to aid me in a perilous situation. Know that the future of at least two worlds hangs in the balance. The Lord of Secrets, Hermaeus Mora, has foreseen that only with your assistance can I save Nirn. Meet me in Stormhaven and learn more of this dire threat, Laramil the Wise. Kinda weird you had to pick Sadrith Mora for this, but okay. Yep. But yes, to Stormhaven, eh? Oh, wait. We'll save those, I think. Hang on. Yes, I did. There we go. And now we pop over here.
Proxy, fate has plucked you from the flotsam of chaos for this specific moment.
Okay. You definitely look completely okay.
The tides of fate swirl around you with glorious fury, Proxy. The future
I'm flattered.
of two worlds hangs in the balance.
You mentioned that.
For changing destiny, it has been noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, I bring you an offer from the one who knows.
The one who knows. Does the one who knows also know my price?
The Prince of Fate, the Guardian of the Unseen, the Lord of Secrets. Perhaps you know him as Hermaeus Mora, the Daedric Prince of Knowledge and Memory.
Okay, that's a yes.
I've seen many paths forward, but only one where both Nirn and Apocrypha survive.
So you're wanting me to work for your Daedric Prince?
I want you to help preserve the realm of Apocrypha, to keep the reality of Nirn from unraveling. At this particular moment, in this specific instance, the fates of both realms are inextricably linked. Will you do as the prince asks and assist me?
Well, I got about 45 minutes. What do you need me to do?
First, you must acquire the Emerald Glyphic. It resides in a vault you can access from 3 locations. I shall open a portal to each and let fate guide your path. Once there, this book will reveal the vault, and this talisman will return you to me.
Okay, so seems simple enough. Find the Emerald Glyphic, pick an entrance, use the book to reveal the vault, use the talisman to evac. What's up with this Emerald Glyphic, and what is a Glyphic?
Glyphics are creations
Mm-hmm.
of Mora. Each one contains knowledge or a memory. With the proper coaxing, they can be urged to transform into a tangible version of the concept within. You need the contents of 3 glyphics to assist Hermaeus Mora.
So, okay, 3 Glyphics, you say?
3 glyphics contain concepts that, once released, shall solidify your association with Hermaeus Mora for the length of this crisis. I have already acquired 2 of the glyphics. You shall obtain the 3rd.
Well, that actually helps out with a lot of things here. And for our home viewers here in the audience, who's Hermaeus Mora again?
Are you not acquainted with the concept of the Daedric Princes?
Tell me more about the book and talisman.
Hermaeus Mora's books of forbidden secrets.
And the talisman?
Is it not? Legend has it that this petrified, rune-covered tentacle was a gift given to a priest of the One Who Knows, sliced from his own body. Acquire the glyphic, then use the talisman. It will open a portal to return you to me.
Alright, Lara Milthwise, tell the home players more about yourself.
No one of consequence. Just a simple scholar who made a bargain with a prince more than a century ago.
Which portal should I use?
Fascinating fissures in space. They open to other places, other times, even other realms. What was the question? Oh, which portal? Whichever appeals, Proxy. They lead to
Alright.
the Pit, Rootwater Grove, and the Ondil outskirts.
Alright, let's do a quick show here. A 1.
Pit is a cave. Rootwater Grove is a bog. Ondil is an ancient Old Mary ruin.
I think I know.
Hermaeus Mora chose well when he selected you for this delicate and important task.
I've been courting them more. Tell me about them.
Of Hermaeus Mora.
Why do I need 3?
Specific glyphics contain.
And who?
Are you not acquainted with?
Let's
Once
go.
you select a portal, the others shall close. Let fate lead you, Proxy.
Alright. Eenie, meenie, miny. Huh. Oradon, Malaval Tor, or Green Shade. Take a pick, any pick. Alrighty then. I do believe we're gonna need a bit of help here. But, you know what? Actually, no. I think we'll be fine. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. All right. My friend Willie had a 10-foot Willie, and he had to go to wonderful little magical wonders. I don't have a brother named Willie, though. But I wish I did. Yeah. Which part of Southwest? Well, let's go ahead and split the difference. Horror Pit. Horator, a colossal blood-sucking tick. Also known as a politician. Portal of the Emerald Glyphic Vault. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Something about a sodality.
Glyphic will be ours, cultist scum! All-knowing eye, protect us!
There we go.
Fate's chosen. Good. I thought I'd have to fend off another assault on the Glyphic.
You seem a bit suspicious.
The Great Eye sent us visions. Told us to protect the Emerald Glyphic until his chosen agent arrived to claim it. But our order doesn't have many warriors.
You had a vision about me? Who are you?
From the Great Eye.
Is the letter important?
I took it from one of the vampires, but it's written in some sort of code.
Mm-hmm.
A protective shield placed by a powerful priest of the Sodality. Hurry.
All right, I'll take it.
It's a suspicion. The Sodality of the Eye. May the Great Eye keep you in his sight, Bishop. If I learn more of this threat, I'll contact you.
Now that we got that there, we make our way right over here.
The currents of fate ebb and flow, once again carrying you to the required shore. I observed the effluvium of possibility and noticed a proliferation of sudden potential. I assume that indicates you were successful? Did you have any trouble acquiring the Emerald Glyphic?
I got it. Mercenaries tried to get to it first. Many cultists died to protect it.
Enemy forces move against the one who knows, just as he anticipated. I mourn for the deaths of Hermaeus Mora's faithful, but grief must not slow our progress. Still, I wish we knew more about this enemy.
Apparently one of the Sodalities survived. Dralis, or Dralis. You recovered this from the mercenaries.
Dralis? Yes, I believe our paths have crossed before. This document is written in an obscure code. I shall endeavor to decipher it while you find the Shrine of the Golden Eye. That is where we must bring the Glyphic and its counterparts.
Counterparts, you say?
I believe you are familiar with the Onyx and Umber Glyphics. Currently, I carry them. We need them at the shrine to formalize your arrangement with Hermaeus Mora.
How do I find one of them?
Your map. 2 of the faithful I am acquainted with reside in these places. Talk to Mildenor and Basian.
You're not a follower?
A seeker of knowledge, a chaser of wisdom, and a delver of secrets.
So you're not a cultist.
An exaltation of the one who knows to Dralis, Basian, and their ilk.
Alright. So you're just basically too sexy for your shirt. Too sexy for your shirt, so sexy it hurts. Yes, I just basically read that out. And no, I don't care. Near Palat. Go ahead and plop in a major here.
Mildenor keeps a room in this cell, Proxy. Mildenor. Look around, Proxy. We must ascertain what transpired here.
Scorched rune.
Runes of destruction. Powerful magic that overcame Mildenor's wards of protection.
Mildenor's ripped note.
He must have snatched that from whoever attacked him before he died.
Top note of the note must have been ripped off when Mildenor grabbed it. Your new patrons demand satisfaction. The glyphics are in play and are required to make the assault on Apocrypha. You have been tasked with acquiring them. Should you fail, dark visions and a painful death will be the least of your concerns. Complete your mission and I will meet you to claim the glyphics. One who remembers. Aramil?
Mildenor set wards to protect this chamber, but their energy was burned away by those runes. A skillful devotee of the one who knows could utilize such magic.
What are Marismore send one of his followers there?
One who knows rarely gets that involved in determining the course of fate. This was the work of a traitor, one who claims devotion to Hermaeus Mora but works to advance the threat we have been tasked to stop.
Scrap of paper suggests someone else is seeking these glyphics.
Hermaeus Mora told me that adversaries were gathering against him. I wondered why he never told me who they were.
What now?
I must reach Basian before this betrayer gets to him.
Alright.
Basian can tell us how to reach the Shrine of the Golden Eye.
I think Drayla suspects a traitor as well.
Make us flinch at every shadow, Proxy.
Alright. And let's get back out there. It's near Syringa, so that's actually thankful and convenient. That worked. Southeast of the Syringa Way Shrine.
This way, Proxy.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Greetings, Basian. This is Fate's Chosen.
The one the Golden Eye foretold? You honor me, Laramil. Fate's Chosen. The Golden Eye so rarely elevates a mortal.
We need to get to a Shrine of the Golden Eye.
Naraheda always takes me to the shrine.
Alright.
Proxy, I want to get Basian's opinion on the encoded letter you brought me.
Ah, yes.
As I said, you honor me, Laramil. But why bring the Chosen here? That was dangerous for all of us.
Desperate circumstances demand risks, Basian. I just hope Fate's Chosen is ready for what comes next.
Sometimes, Laramil, you can be as inscrutable as the Great Eye.
We get past Syringa. Grab those hide scraps and Ralka, northwest of Ralka.
Appears we both arrived too late, friend.
Uh-huh.
As soon as I learned of more threats against the faithful, I came as quickly as I could. Unfortunately, I arrived too late to save Nara.
Right.
I'm glad you're here, though. I wanted to tell you what I uncovered concerning the traitor, Laramil.
Why do you think that Laramil's the traitor?
I'm not at liberty to divulge the secrets of my order, but I can tell you that Laramil plans to use the Glyphics to betray the Great Eye. And Naraheda whispered, Laramil is the doom of Apocrypha with her dying breath. What more proof do you need?
I was hoping she could tell me the location of the shrine.
I can help you with that. The faithful in this region tell a riddle. Where claw meets prey, beneath open air in stone, shows the way.
Thank you.
The Great Eye leads you safely to the shrine of the Golden Eye.
Is there a difference?
Mora answers to many names. More than I conducted my own investigation of Laramil's treachery.
How do you know you're not the traitor?
Good accusation. I've done nothing but go out of my way to assist Fate's chosen. And this is the thanks I receive?
Because I don't trust your ass.
Faithful murdered. What happened here?
Both I and the chosen arrived too late.
At first.
Curious to see you in this place at this particular time, Dralis.
Let's not forget who's actually one of the Great Eye's faithful, Laramil. Now, I have my own investigation to continue.
Dralis' presence here. The one who knows never suggested they had any of their faithful dealing with this threat. No matter. With Basian's help, I was able to decipher the letter Dralis gave you.
So what does the encoded letter contain?
Orders for the Dusksabers, vampire mercenaries from the Telvanni Peninsula. They were hired to steal the Emerald Glyphic and take it to the Shrine of the Golden Eye. It also contained a riddle to direct them to the shrine's location.
Let me guess. Does that riddle state, where claw meets prey beneath open air and a stone shows the way?
Dralis, The coded riddle was slightly different. Where claw meets prey, the farthest corner in the largest hall shows the way. I suppose the shrine could have two entrances.
I guess one of those will be doing
That
this.
would indicate who hired the mercenaries. But no. Anyway, the Shrine of the Golden Eye lies somewhere in Claw's Strike, Proxy. I shall meet you there.
All right.
Once inside, we can use the 3 glyphics as Hermaeus Mora in...
Why do you keep calling me Proxy?
Does the term offend in some way?
Drellis thing says you're the traitor.
Investigation has led him to a conclusion as inaccurate as it is absurd.
We go to Drellis' entrance. Or Laramil's. And let's see. We're actually pretty good. We get our choices. We can either pick Dralis' entrance or Laramil's. This one is actually all the way in. Normally I wouldn't hoof this, but the The entrances are not exactly what you would consider to be all that close all that nearby anyways. Oh, fucking hell, you can eat a big fat load of dicks. Alrighty then. You know what? We'll go ahead and enter through Laramil's entrance. We can't find Dralis's. Oh, we had to go inside to do this. Grab that.
Khajiit does not like growing old, but the alternative is worse.
There we go. Note to Mariana's. And now we head to Laramil's entrance.
No! You were supposed to use the other entrance!
Ah, how terribly disappointed you must be. There we go. And now there we go.
Bring me, Laramil. My new patrons will share the secret they seek once they pry it out of Apocrypha.
Now we gotta go down through the next gauntlet. There we go. I don't know about that being fun, but at least the giant sucking sound is no longer blood leaving the body for the moment. Mm-hmm. And that maxes out Tent Dread.
Ah, there you are. Did you evade or dispatch the ambush I sent?
Yes.
No matter. I'll take your glyphic now. No hard feelings, friend. I have new patience. Faithful, aid me! I suppose
Recover the glyphics, Proxy. Bring the glyphics here. We need to talk.
All right.
For me when I entered this chamber.
Mm-hmm.
He actually employed violence to take the glyphics from me. I am glad you were able to overcome him, Proxy.
So it seems Dralis was the traitor, eh?
He admitted as much when he took the glyphics.
All right, let's meet up with our deity du jour.
Every possibility coalesces into this moment. Come, mortal, speak with the one who knows.
All right, it's time for us to get ready to get touched by his noodly appendage.
I foresaw that you were the one mortal in all of Nirn to aid us. I also saw you die at the traitor's hands many, many times.
Well, thank you.
Pleased with this version of events.
You knew he was the traitor.
Know a great many things, mortal. What may be, what will be, what will never come to pass. It is my nature.
Really?
I saw that you would reveal the reason for Dralis's betrayal, but I only caught a glimpse of our true enemy.
You mean the Death Savers?
The vampires? No. They're merely hired blades working for another ambitious mortal.
So why lead me to the shrine?
This shrine is one of the few places on Nirn where I may manifest.
Cold Harbor Compact.
Communicate freely for a short while.
How do I help?
First, we must enter into an agreement. A contract that binds us for the duration of this threat. It also guarantees that I will do nothing to harm you, your interests, or the mortal realm. You are the chosen of fate. Now, bring forth the glyphics.
Alright, but I don't have any victim child left.
Bring forth the 3 glyphics and activate their power, mortal.
Hello.
They will.
He definitely does not here originally, Josh. Hope you're doing alright, by the way.
and ensure that this is neither a trick nor a coercion. You will help preserve Apocrypha and thereby safeguard Nern.
You don't look like any Daedric prince I'm familiar with.
I am the mystery at the end of existence.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up here.
Exactly what.
And there we go. Let's play this out. Pop out our graphics. They'll swirl around into a contract here. And now time for us to sign ourselves over. Ah, perfect. I'm actually wrapping up with the prologue here. Later on tonight here. And it's our... I got you, Josh. Let me go ahead and sign my soul away here.
The deal is done, just as fate foresaw. Laramil will explain the rest. Now, I must take my leave.
Good, good, good.
We can talk back in the dune outskirts, Proxy.
Good. Let's go ahead and portal out. There we go. Taught up Laramil.
We are both connected by our agreements with the Prince of Fate.
You think...
Next comes the hard task. Saving Apocrypha. And thereby preserving Nern.
Aha!
These dusk sabers from the Telvanni Peninsula. Without any other information, I suggest we start there.
You think wherever the threat is going to be in the Telvanni Peninsula?
I think whoever hired the vampires is connected to the threat that Hermaeus Mora has foreseen. I
All right.
do what I can about the dusk sabers and their clients.
How so?
Research is one of my passions, Proxy.
Anything I can do to help?
Usual business and await my summons.
Alrighty then. Now let's go ahead here and port ourselves over to where we can and can jump over here. And that means pop over here. Thankfully, I do know of at least a couple places where to go, but this one I do believe is going to be the one that will be the easiest here. Oh, did not mean to go to Foyen Docks, but we're going to go through Balfoyen, essentially. Though, I did actually mean to go to Dalmora. There we go. And...
Can't you see I'm busy?
Oops, wrong turn. Here we go. In case you're wondering where this is familiar, this is where you wash up off of Bleak Rock Isle after evacuating the island. And here we go, Telvanni Peninsula. Do not doubt our resolve or mistake our isolation for weakness. House Telvanni stands alone, and it will remain so long after your alliances become dust between the pages of history. Archmagister Nellis Otheri. And that was the Balfoyen Passage. Ooh. And... oh yeah. It's a nice, neat little shore. But yeah, I do pact a lot. In fact, I think this is my third pact character. I want to say. But enough about that. Rather than go through all that here, I'll take the opportunity here to pop over to Necrom.
Fate needs you, Proxy.
I guess it does. We'll go ahead and fire this off.
As Hermaeus Mora, the one who knows, foretold, we meet again, Proxy. Many times twists of fate have led us to this nebulous... too complicated. I come with
good.
a purpose dark and heavy. An opportunity to fulfill the contract you signed.
How so, purpose-wise?
We are bound together by a common danger. Enemies of Hermaeus Mora threaten his realm of oblivion, and in so doing pose a threat to the mortal world as well.
Oh, really now?
Therefore, Mora sent me to meet you here, and secure your cooperation.
In what sense?
Only a mortal proxy can deal with a threat and save both Apocrypha and...
Fucking Cold Harbor concept.
Both realms are linked, and you are the key to preserving reality.
Fine, I'll help.
One who knows instructed me to give you this. A condensate of planar potentialities. You will not understand. It is ink.
Who exactly are we up against?
Hermaeus Mora's rival princes.
Oh, fun.
Though they have yet to reveal themselves.
Related to the Glyphics?
And no. We face the same foe who sought the Onyx and Umbral Glyphics,
And again for the, home players?
the wise, although that is not a sobriquet I care for.
So you serve Hermaeus Mora.
If that is your question.
Tell me more about him.
Heard of the Daedric Prince of Forbidden Knowledge.
Apocrypha?
I am astonished how little the mortals...
Ah, yes. Now that we've gone through and skipped through all that neat little tidbits, we got the Fates proxy thing started. Do-do-do-do. At this point, however, I do have to say that it is time for me to mention to all those who are going to be catching this on the video on demand here on the YouTubes, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get all news VOD notifications. And while you're at it, drop over by twitch.tv/BiafraRepublic. Give a follow there as well and ring the bell there whenever we go live. You'll get a notification. But from yours truly, Biafra Republic, from B-Rep Media, I just want to say, do take care of yourselves out there, and we'll see you all next time with some amazing content.